Hello and welcome to this FPL Gameweek 12 Experts Team video with me, Holly Shand. I've asked this panel of experts whether we should keep or sell some highly owned players that are maybe out of form or have got a knock. We're also going to be looking at their transfer plans, team selection and captaincy. Help me get this one to 500 likes by like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Keep or sell then, starting off at Manchester City, Erling Haaland, Julian Alvarez. Haaland obviously picked up a knock in the game against Bournemouth, but has been back on the score sheet in the Champions League midweek. Alvarez has been going through a bit of a barren spell in terms of attacking returns, but the experts in full agreement here, 100% to hold both of these assets. So I was quite surprised with the Alvarez one because he has been struggling for form and fixtures are turning now for City. But, these experts are very experienced and the general trend is that patience really can pay off in FPL terms. Over to Aston Villa then, Ollie Watkins. A couple of blanks from him after a huge purple patch. Matty Cash back in training for Europa League this midweek. Meant to be part of the travelling squad. 100% have opted to hold Watkins, with 75% also looking to hold Cash. Still the most attacking defender in the game so far this season. Slight issue that maybe he's playing a deeper role with that 3-5-2 formation being the right-sided centre-back, something to keep an eye on. But for now, the experts recommend keeping the faith. On to Spurs assets then, a blank for Son last week. Udogie with the red card suspended for one game. Maddison, knock. We don't know whether he's available yet for game week 12, but it is the early kickoff, so hopefully we'll get clear news before the deadline. Spurs fixtures, though, after this week do turn quite difficult, which I think is why 100% have opted to sell Udogie with that one-match ban and then heading into a turn in those fixtures. 100% saying to hold Son though. 75% also looking to hold Maddison despite the knock, which is really telling of his potential for attacking output in any given game. I think it's a bit more complicated if you own both Spurs midfielders right now, but for those holding just one, I think hold on to them. Game week 11 then was a tough one for many. The experts team didn't fare too badly though. 32 points was enough for a small green arrow, bang on the average. The game week definitely saved by Palmer in the Monday Night Football with a goal and an assist for a 12-pointer. No returns in the defence at all. In fact, nothing over 1 point, which is, pretty brutal. And then into the attack, we had a goal from Bowen, but it was blanks elsewhere for Saka, Son, Salah, Watkins and Captain Haaland. And frustratingly, 19 points on the bench with a 9-pointer from Archer and an 8-pointer from Kabore. Gabriel got a start again. It's still unclear what's going on with him and how nailed he is. Saka flagged as well after going off early in the Champions League on Wednesday night. That's something to keep an eye on, but I think we are fairly well covered in terms of substitutes. Transfer plans then, and the experts, over half of them have voted to hold the transfer this week. There were a couple of suggestions to maybe go from Cash to Gay if Cash is injured, but in fact he isn't, so I don't think we need to look at that one. Another suggestion of going from Bowen to Eze, but with the majority on rolling the transfer, that's what the experts team is going to be looking to do this week. No suggestion of playing a chip this week either, and the bench kind of makes it clear in terms of what selections to make. Team selection then, and in the goalkeeper rotation, Areola against Forest at home is preferred to Turner against West Ham away. Turner looks like he's lost his place now anyway, so we could be rolling with Areola for a while now. The defence picks itself. Tsimikas at home to Brentford, Gabriel at home to Burnley. Fingers crossed they're both in the starting 11, and Cash at home to Fulham. On the bench, there are options if needed. Not the greatest of fixtures though. Kabore away at Manchester United, Taylor away at Arsenal. Hopefully we don't need them, but if we do, they're there. Into the midfield, and it's some favourable fixtures. We've got Saka at home to Burnley. Hopefully he's fit. Bowen at home to Forest. Palmer at home to Manchester City, a trickier one. Son away at Wolves, and Salah at home to Brentford. None of the experts suggested benching Palmer this week, so we are going with that 5-man midfield once again, and up front it's going to be Watkins at home to Fulham and Haaland away at Chelsea, with Archer as the first substitute. Now, I did ask the experts who to captain. 75% suggested Salah at home to Brentford, with 25% going with Haaland away at Chelsea. So I am going to go with the experts' advice this week and make those captaincy decisions. If you found this video useful, like and subscribe. I'm aiming to get to 30k subs by the end of the year, so all of your help is really needed. And hit the notify button as well, because that will tell you when I go live for my press conference stream. It's scheduled for Friday at 1 o'clock, but it may move further forward if Arteta and Postecoglou's press conferences with news on Saka and Maddison come at an earlier time. So if you notify, you'll know as soon as I go live to hit those press conferences. Thank you for watching.